We have another dry, sunny start to the morning, but a few rain showers possible later on this afternoon. We'll talk about who has the best chance for seeing that rain and what's ahead for the weekend coming up.
From the president's arrival to the iconic hat toss and Thunderbird's performance, all the sights and sounds from the 2019 Air Force Academy graduation. Plus, can you spell history? How it was made at the 92nd Scripps National Spelling Bee. And Colorado Parks and Wildlife wants you to get outside, what they're doing to try and get people off the couch.
You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Well, good morning, Colorado. 6 o'clock on this Friday, May 31st. Thank you so much for joining us. So getting outside this weekend, something that we all want to do, of course. Hopefully if the weather cooperates with us. But it looks like it's going to be a great weekend to do so. Hannah, you were just telling us there were a few events happening this weekend.
Yes, the wine festival, that Get Outdoors Day.
Right.
And Colby's going to give us an update how he did if you watch the last half hour at the
shooting range.
Yeah, that's not work.
He's
I know, he's just having fun.
Colby's not working out there. No, very impressive. But like we were saying, you know, hopefully the weather's going to cooperate this weekend. Katie, what are we thinking?
Yeah, I think we'll have breaks in the rain showers. Sunday does look a little bit stormy, but there will be opportunities to get outside and do some things over the next few days. Yeah, so a good day ahead here. We are starting things off on a pretty mild note. All things considered, we've got some 40s out through Colorado Springs and Pueblo, about 40 right now in Walsenburg. Mid-40s out through La Junta and Springfield, excuse me, and 37 right now in Salida. So a little bit chillier as you head west. Gunnison at 31 degrees, so just below freezing this morning. Temperature change over the last 24 hours is a little bit warmer for a lot of us here in southern Colorado, even up into the Denver area. Most places good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. So it is feeling quite nice as you step outside. Just need a light jacket and you'll be able to shed those layers later this afternoon. Right now we've got west winds sustained between about 5 and 15 miles per hour, so a little bit breezy as you head south of Colorado Springs, but it's about all we're going to be seeing here in southern Colorado today as far as the wind goes. It is the last day of school for D20. Happy summer break. That starts on Monday. Bus stop forecast today, your last day of school, looking really nice. We do have some sunshine in for the morning hours. Upper 60s to around 70 for lunchtime, so hopefully you have some fun activities planned at classes today. And this afternoon, mid 70s, maybe a stray rain shower, but no jacket should be needed later on today. We'll be talking about the rest of your Friday forecast coming up, but right now Hannah's in with your traffic tracker.
Thank you, Katie. Happy Friday. Good morning to the Steel City. Now, there was an earlier crash early this morning that police were called to on Patty Lane near the intersection of Highway 50 and I-25. We can see from this vehicle rollover crash now no one was injured. There was 4 suspects in the car, 2 men, 2 female. They ran from the scene. Police have caught the females but are looking for the men still. The crash has cleared and the area has opened. That drive time now from Pueblo to Colorado Springs, 35 minutes with that average speed of 70 miles per hour on I-25 going north. We end this hour accident-free in southern Colorado. Coming up later in the show, I'll have a look at your Waze report. Danny, back to you.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. Well, some discouraging news for displaced residents of the Regency Tower apartments. It could be another week or longer before they can return home. We're told workers need more time to clean the building, improve the air quality, and fix safety concerns like wet electrical wiring. A meeting to update residents on the situation is scheduled for Wednesday at the building. The Red Cross is helping to find housing for residents on the 10th and 11th floors, which sustained the heaviest damage in that fire. Meanwhile, investigators have tracked the ignition source to a hallway closet on the 10th floor, but still don't know what sparked those flames. Well, to promote Get Outdoors Day in Colorado Springs, Colorado Parks and Wildlife is hosting an array of activities at Memorial Park today, and that's where we find KRDO News Channel 13's Colby Crossley. Now, Colby, you're showing us a bunch of activities today, but you do have to tell us how you did at the shooting range during our last hour, because we were pretty impressed here.
Yeah, well, you know, unfortunately, I'm going to show you my target here. I did miss just a little bit, but I still got him. I mean, that would have wounded him at least. We're continuing the fun activities here, though, at Memorial Park, and we have Rachel here, who is a fishing guide. She's also a general manager at Anglers Covey. Can you kind of explain to us what we're doing?
Absolutely. So tomorrow morning we're going to be running Fly Fishing 101 classes. So we're going to be running people through different stations, learning about bugs and the difference between fly fishing and conventional fishing, and give folks the opportunity to catch their first fish on a fly rod.
And actually, just moments ago, we actually just caught a fish, didn't we?
We did.
So that was pretty exciting. I'm actually going to cast here and try my luck. Obviously, my luck wasn't very good on the shooting range, but maybe we can catch a fish here in the short time that we have. So I'm gonna try this for. I don't do this often. All right, so kind of walk me through what I need to do.
All right, we're going to bring the rod up, stop it right at 12 o'clock, give a nice little pause, about a second or a little less, and then shoot it forward and a hard stop at the end too. So up, pause, down. There you go.
Is that good?
That's great, yeah.
What'd that do?
See how it laid out flat in a line? That's what you want.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Awesome. And now kids can come out tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and they can try this out for themselves, right?
Absolutely.
And also, we're going to be coming up a little later in the show. You also have a couple other things that we're going to maybe experience. What are those that are laying over there?
So we've got 2 kayaks over there we're going to get to go try out this morning.
Perfect. And that's coming up here at the end of the hour, so make sure you stay tuned for that. This happens from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, and it is free, so make sure you stop by. In Colorado Springs, I'm Colby Crosley, KRDO News Channel 13.
Okay, Colby, you caught a fish. You got to shoot the target. You did really well, too. I'm really impressed by you, so we're going to see how you do on the kayak. Colby, thank you so much for keeping us posted. He's already celebrating, like Katie said, not even work. Well, getting good sleep can be hard for teens sometimes, but a new study says there's a simple solution.
And this is look where we're tracking in the 6 o'clock hour of GMC here. Morning sunshine, couple of afternoon storms. Pretty nice weekend ahead, at least most of it looks nice. So coming up next, we will talk about your Friday forecast. That's in your Coffee Cast right after the break, 6:06.
Welcome back. A high school graduate with outstanding credentials is seeing his hard work pay off. He was admitted to all 3 U.S. military academies. So let's check in now with KRDO News Radio and with Renee Nelson, who can tell us a little bit more about this talented graduate. And Renee, we were talking about this before. It's really difficult to get into one, let alone 3, right?
Yeah, so if you've ever known somebody who maybe has a child that's applied to a military academy, or maybe you had a fellow student you graduated with that applied to an academy, it's not easy. You have to have exceptional grades, extracurricular activities, right. Volunteerism. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the congressional nominations, right?
Yes.
So his name is Ryan Keneally. He's a suburban Chicago student, and he decided, I'm going to apply to all 3 military academies, and he was accepted to all 3 military academies. You know what? I wonder if that's ever happened before.
I can't imagine it has, because yeah, like we said, it's really difficult, and I'm sure it's an incredible honor for him and his family.
Oh, can you imagine? And I mean, just being blown away, and of course, seeing all the cadets graduate yesterday, how incredible that is. Right. But sadly, Ryan will not be a cadet, a Falcon, an Air Force Falcon. He's actually decided to follow his older brother and go to the Naval Academy. But what an incredible accomplishment for him, and he hopes it inspires others to go after what they want to do too. Could you imagine that?
No, and again, I'm sure his family is just so proud of him, and I'm sure his brother is a little jealous, being like, oh, he got into all 3, but very proud too, I'm sure, to have him follow in his footsteps.
I know.
Renee, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we do want to turn now to Katie Donovan, who has a look at our coffee cast this morning. What are we thinking, hot or cold today?
I think iced coffee would be good today. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling today, an iced coffee. Beautiful blue skies this morning. The sunshine's going to warm us up this afternoon. This is Cedar Point in Elbert County, about 10 miles northwest of Lyman. Not a cloud inside here. Look at how green everything is. You can thank all the rain and snow this year for that. Coffee Cast does show some sunshine for the first half of the day here. In fact, I think we're mostly sunny through 11, 12 o'clock. We should be in the 60s to around 70 for lunchtime, and this afternoon, mid-70s expected. Good day for an iced coffee. Maybe you like to drink hot coffee year-round, I don't know, but that's what I'd go for today. Your rain tracker does show daily chances for some showers and storms. Looks like Saturday, Sunday could be seeing some stormy weather. Monday mainly dry, and then as we head into next week, increasing those rain chances again. So temperature trend will be fluctuating over the next few days here. We will be talking about all of that in your 7A's coming up. But Hannah's in now with your traffic tracker and what's happening on the roads.
Yes, happy Friday. Overall, quiet Friday morning commute, typical for Friday mornings. Many people taking the day off, sleeping in. They get a later start to the morning commute. Looking now, here's a look at Powers in Dublin. We can see a school bus there. Happy last day of school, D20. Get ready for summer vacation. And then working our way south now, north at I-25 at Interquest. Much quieter today compared to yesterday with the Air Force Academy graduation, and now working our way south in Security Widefield this morning, accident-free and no stop-and-go traffic to report. That's a look at the roads. Danny, back to you.
Okay, Hannah, thank you so much. Well, coming up, a homecoming surprise. What other gift came with this soldier's return to his daughter? Welcome back, 6:15 now, and missing the bus, being late for school, sleeping in class, those are all some of the effects of poor sleep habits on teens. But a new study suggests increasing physical activity could help improve sleep habits. An active social life and the demands of homework can contribute to poor sleep. Tired teens are more likely to sleep in class, have poorer grades, and not function at their best. Researchers at Penn State found teens with an hour of moderate to vigorous exercise fell asleep faster, slept longer, and had a better quality of sleep, and the opposite was true of those who were less active. Now to the story of one teen in Florida making a difference. She was honored at her 8th grade graduation for preventing a school shooting. Incredible story here. Audrey Stone was given several awards after she befriended a student in Ohio who then began mentioning he wanted to shoot people at his school. She notified her local police department, who contacted deputies in Ohio.
It was very, very crucial that she did pass that information along.
Now, investigators found evidence that he was planning to shoot up the school. He was taken into custody last month and remains in custody. As for Audrey, her message to students is if you see something alarming, don't think twice, just say something. Now to a special homecoming surprise that came with more than one gift. It was a surprise 6-year-old Zoe never thought was possible until she saw her dad round the corner inside her classroom, and he didn't come empty-handed, riding in on a brand new bike. Check that out. The surprise just a week before Zoe's birthday. Now, the bike was a gift from a group of high school students that are part of a nonprofit that collects money to donate bikes to military kids who don't get to spend a lot of time with their family members. Now, Zoe's mom passed away, and she stays with her older sister while her dad is on duty.
It is very hard, but then it's good coming home.
Now, the students will continue to deliver bikes to kids for at least the next month. We love hearing those sweet stories, too. Yes, yeah. So hopefully Zoe will be getting out and riding her bike this weekend. And we hopefully will be doing the same. Looks like Sunday might be a good day to stay inside, though.
Yeah, I think some stronger storms that day. So we'll have breaks in the rain. It's not going to be an entire day of showers like you would see out east of us. But yeah, definitely some wet weather in for the next couple of days here. Today does look nice, so maybe you want to go for a bike ride. We've got some sun in this morning. Springfield, one of those bright and beautiful places to kick off the day. This is Baca County, not a cloud in sight here in the southeast corner of Colorado. So I hope all of you are waking up to a nice Friday morning. Forecast highs about 80 today in Pueblo as you head out towards Springfield, about 80 degrees. We'll get into the 70s through the Pikes Peak region, and places through our mountain cities warming into the 60s today. So everyone looking a lot warmer than yesterday afternoon. I think you will enjoy those temperatures, especially if you do like the more mild air. Again, it is going to be pretty wet for the western United States here. We've got an area of low pressure just off the west coast. And what that's going to do, that's going to pull some of that Pacific moisture into places west of Colorado. I think most of the heavy rain, that's going to stay north and west of us. So where we're finding the darker greens on the map here, but some of that will be sneaking into the parts of the Colorado area. So 1 or 2 showers possible today, but nothing like we're dealing with a little bit further north and west to our neighbors there. Futurecast showing the sunshine through 9, 10, 11 o'clock this morning. By noon, a couple of clouds developing over the mountains. So at this point, mostly sunny. I think it's going to be a little bit different than yesterday. We're not going to see the clouds moving in quite as quickly. I think by 2 to 4 o'clock, that's when skies become partly cloudy to partly sunny, and then we'll start to see a couple of sprinkle chances. So for 4 o'clock in the afternoon, this model shows a couple of rain showers pushing through Colorado Springs, even up into the Denver area, and they continue their eastward journey right along I-70 between Lyman and Burlington here. So still seeing some of those showers through about 6, 7 o'clock this evening. But notice most places a little bit further south actually looking pretty dry for the duration of today. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies expected. Now by 8-9 o'clock we are looking ahead to drying skies, so all of these showers move towards the border area, and then behind it we'll get into a partly cloudy to mostly clear overnight. So things looking pretty nice here in southern Colorado, at least for much of today. We will have daily rain chances in for Woodland Park, so 60s expected over the next few days, then some 50s by next week. But again, Sunday could be a little bit stormy. I think Saturday too, especially up over the mountains. Canyon City, 70s and 80s over the next few days here. We'll have some 70s, 80s for Monday through Thursday. Some rain showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder at times. But overall, looking like a very spring-like 7-day there. Pueblo, you'll have some 80s over the next few days, about 84 on Monday, upper 70s by Wednesday. So cooling down just a little bit for the middle of next week, but nice little warm up behind that into Thursday and Friday. And in Colorado Springs, some 70s expected over the weekend. Rain showers, thunderstorms for Saturday, Sunday. I think Sunday could bring 1 or 2 strong storms for parts of Colorado, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, more rain chances. Looks like Wednesday, Thursday of next week actually looking like our best 2 days for some rain here. We'll send things to Hannah now with your Waze report.
Thank you, Katie. A Wazer is reporting an object on the road on West Woodman Road. This is around the Rock Rimmon area this morning. That was reported 7 minutes ago, and then a much quieter scene today compared to yesterday around the Air Force Academy. Many cadets going off to get married after graduation. Now, just a reminder, the Air Force Academy Chapel is open throughout the summer months, but will close on September 1st for a 4-year renovation. So if you want to go see it, now's the time to go throughout these months because it will be closing. Be sure to join the KRDO Traffic Trackers Waze team. Download the Waze app, W-A-Z-E. Once the app is downloaded and your profile is created, click on the search bar, click on your profile picture, scroll down to where you see teams. KRDO Traffic Trackers will appear. Click Join Team. It's that simple. Let us know how the roads are where you are when it's safe to do so. Danny, back to you.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. Well, History. History. I think I got that one right. That's what happened at the Scripps National Spelling Bee last night. We'll explain after the break. Welcome back, 6:24 for you. And can you spell history? Well, the 92nd Scripps National Spelling Bee ended with 8 co-champions last night. The competition was finally over after it went for 20 rounds, which included a run of 47 correct words. These kids just knowing their stuff here when it comes to spelling. Well, unprecedented move was made after round 17 when it was determined while there were plenty of words left in the dictionary, there were only enough challenging words for 3 more rounds. Now, while spell check may not recognize some of the words, the champions sure did, and they're each walking away with $50,000. Congrats to those guys. Well, earlier this week, we showed you what may be the worst ceremonial first pitch in Major League Baseball history. And we're gonna go ahead and show it to you again because we have an update. This woman has gone viral for throwing out this first pitch in the Chicago White Sox game and hitting that cameraman 10 feet in front of her, nowhere near home plate there. Well, the cameraman had a little fun with it, and before the next game, he threw on a catcher's mask just to be safe. Look at that, that's awesome. Unfortunately, he and his camera were okay, but we're all kind of laughing here for that one. Well, coming up, from the president's arrival to the iconic hat toss and Thunderbirds performance, all the sights and sounds from the 2019 Air Force Academy graduation when we come back.
You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Good morning, Colorado. It's 6:28 on this Friday, May 31st. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Taking you outside, giving you a live look right now at Cheyenne Wells here. This Riviera Wireless Neighborhood Weather Network camera getting a beautiful shot here in Cheyenne County. We're seeing no clouds in the sky right now. Still seeing a little bit of that kind of hue there on the horizon, a little bit of orange for you, but really starting off the morning in pretty good shape here. Let's go ahead and get over to Katie Donovan, who has more on your Friday forecast. Good morning, Katie.
All right, thanks so much. Good morning, Danny. We're going to start with our 6:30 weather picture here from Bruce Hosknet. This is from the Air Force Academy graduation yesterday. See the Thunderbirds flying there over Pikes Peak, but a beautiful shot here. We always love when the Thunderbirds come do their performances here. It's a staple of Colorado Springs, and I love the day after the Air Force Academy because I get to go through the beautiful pictures of those flights, and this was just one of them. So Bruce, thanks so much for sending that in. If you have pictures from the graduation that you want to share, you can send those to us, krdo.com. This is your forecast for Colorado Springs today. Blue skies expected. We do have some sunshine in the forecast this morning. In fact, not a cloud in sight for the first half of the day here. By 2 o'clock, still looking pretty dry, maybe a sprinkle, but I think most rain chances holding off until 3, 4 o'clock today, lasting through about 7 or 8. So a stray rain shower possible for the evening drive in Colorado Springs with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Pueblo, you're going to be in for a really nice day today. We've got 50s this morning, blue skies. A few more clouds moving in for the afternoon hours. High should be around 80, and this evening upper 70s to around 80. We'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine, but no rain expected in the Steel City and places a little bit further south and southeast. So a nice day for southern Colorado here. Coming up are your 70 forecasts, but Hannah's in now and she's got to look at what's happening on the roads today.
Yes, a heads up if you are traveling to Denver or even around the Lone Tree area this morning. There is a crash in the I-25 northbound lanes at Ridgegate Parkway. Only one lane is getting by right now. We can see speed slowing on the interstate to 20 miles per hour as those delays creep down I-25. So give yourself extra time this morning. They haven't made their way south yet to Happy Canyon Road as we take a look at the map now and take a look at I-25 and Happy Canyon Road this morning. Here's a look now at our drive times. I-25 downtown Springs to downtown Denver increasing 68 minutes right now with that average speed of 60 miles per hour. I will continue to track this crash for you. Danny, back to you.
Okay, Hannah, thank you so much. Well, to promote Get Outdoors Day in Colorado Springs, Colorado Parks and Wildlife is hosting an array of activities at Memorial Park today, and that's where we find KRDO News Channel 13's Colby Crossley. Colby's been showing us some amazing things all morning. Colby, what do you have on deck for us now?
Well, Danny, we are continuing the fun. We're here with Tracy, who's going to teach me how to shoot a bow properly. Isn't that right, Tracy?
Yes, that's what we are here to do tomorrow, 9 to 3.
And what exactly do we have, and how are we going to go about this?
So we've got a compound bow for you to shoot today, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. Super easy.
Perfect. So I'm going to give it a shot, no pun intended. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can redeem myself from the bullseye that I missed earlier. So we'll give it a whirl. All right,
so if you'll stand and face me, I'll put the bow in your left hand there. And so you'll do 2 fingers underneath the arrow. You're going to pull back to the corner of your mouth, aim down the arrow, and when you're ready to shoot, just open your fingers and release the arrow.
Like this? Right here?
Just like that. Great form.
Ooh!
Awesome. You broke the line into the yellow. That's great.
Perfect. I got to try it just one more time. Yes.
Okay. No pressure
All right,
here.
see if I can actually.
Nice.
Not bad.
Right
not bad
in the yellow.
For my
That's
first time
great.
there. Perfect. And we want to show you that this is also for little kids as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to bring in Albert here. So Albert, come on over, and he's going to show you that this is so easy that even Albert can give it a whirl. So
Albert can do it. So we've got some safe bow and arrow here that even the little kids can do. All right, Albert, remember to, oops, hang on. There we go. Nice.
look at that. Albert's got perfect form. So Albert will be here tomorrow. Art Tracy and Archery will be here tomorrow. This is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Kids can come out. They can shoot their shot and try to get that perfect bullseye. I barely just missed. Did a lot better than the rifle range though. So again, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it is free, so make sure you come on down. In Colorado Springs, Colby Crossley, KRDO News Channel 13.
Colby, we're very impressed with both yours and Albert's shooting, so keep it up. You're going to get that bullseye. Keep practicing. Good job, guys. Thanks. Well, now to our Air Force Academy graduation coverage. The Commander-in-Chief was the highlight of the ceremony. We got a little bit of everything yesterday from a well-received President Trump. Here's KRDO News Channel 13's Heather Skold with more on the President's speech.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump.
A warm reception for President Donald Trump, starting with a bit of humor from the commander-in-chief.
You just like all those brand new, beautiful airplanes that we're buying.
New airplanes is right, the president said. With $716 billion more defense dollars secured this year, there will be 56 new F-35s, among many other aircraft, and pay raises for military personnel. There was also a heartwarming moment.
Thank you for raising rock-ribbed American patriots.
The president asking the cadets to turn back and thank their families who have supported them through the years.
Take your place as officers in the most powerful Air Force in the history of our country.
While commending this class,
you exemplify the grit, the guts, and the grace that make America's Air Force by far the best in the world.
There were a few surprises as well, especially for those in trouble at the Academy.
And as your Commander-in-Chief, I hereby absolve and pardon all cadets serving restrictions and confinements.
And the president didn't stop there. Another break with tradition, calling 2 cadets to the podium.
And graduating cadet Nick Reedy became the first person from any service academy to win the college home run derby. Wow, that's a big deal. With a record-breaking 55 home runs. Nick, where are you, Nick? Stand up. Come here, Nick. Come here. Get up here, Nick. Come on. On behalf of our nation, God bless you. God bless the Air Force, and God bless America. This is a great honor being with you. Thank you, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
And that, of course, was Heather Scold reporting. It had been speculated the president would announce the headquarters of the new U.S. Space Command. However, no such announcement from the president was made yesterday. And most people said they were pretty happy with that, saying they felt it would have taken attention away from the real stars of the day, those graduates. Of course, not everyone was happy with the president's appearance yesterday. Protesters lined up outside the Academy to voice their opposition. We were out there as some people supported the protesters by honking, while others voiced their displeasure.
Express our views, our opinions in this. We're all Americans. We have First Amendment rights. We appreciate that. I mean, that's one of the reasons that many of us served, is to make sure that those First Amendment rights are protected.
Protesters voiced their opinions on issues like women's rights, peace, and the environment. Protesters stressed the protest wasn't about the graduation. They recognized and respected the graduates, but also wanted to speak their voice. Well, even with President Trump's visit, this day was all about the graduates. Nearly 1,000 of them walking across the stage. Many of the now second lieutenants told us it was an honor to have the president at their graduation.
What really stood out is seeing that he really wants to stand by making America a better place for everyone.
Such an honor to be able to hear him speak and to see him in person.
It was incredible. It was an incredible atmosphere. I got to see the other president, Barack Obama, freshman year. It was incredible to have our current one here now and get to shake his hand.
The class of 2019 started with over 1,200 cadets and with less than 1,000 graduating. It shows how hard this program is and how many cadets don't make it to graduation. And of course, the moment cadets wait all day for is that iconic hat toss.
Class of 2019, dismissed! 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 Dismissed!
We got all the angles yesterday. Well, after the hats are tossed, the cadets are swarmed by kids looking to grab a hat. Academy tradition dictates the cadets leave a cash gift inside their hat or even sometimes a note. Now, most contain $20.19 to correspond with the graduating class, but some lucky kids have been known to find $100 bills, so maybe it's worth going next to your kiddos. After that hat toss, of course, came the Thunderbirds' iconic performance. All 6 Thunderbirds appeared for the flyover, but only 5 pilots performed the full show because Thunderbird 3 actually hit a real bird and had to return to Peterson Air Force Base. Nearly half of the graduates are going to pilot training, and they say it would be an honor to be a Thunderbird someday.
Oh, I would never pass that opportunity up. That'd be incredible.
That would be an awesome opportunity if that could happen someday. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, Thunderbird 3 checked out fine after hitting that bird and was able to return to Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. Coming up, new details about a fatal shooting in Colorado Springs, what witnesses are telling us about what happened. And coming up tonight on KRDO 13, the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. jump into action when parasitic aliens threaten the human race on an all-new episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at 7. Then it's 2020 at 8, followed by your latest news, weather, and sports at 10 o'clock. We're now hearing from witnesses to a deadly shooting in Colorado Springs. We first brought you this on GMC yesterday. A man was killed late Wednesday night outside the Shannon Glen Apartments. Witnesses describe the scene.
By the time the medics came, he was already dead. I went out to see through my balcony.
That man saw the victim right underneath his window after hearing the shots ring out. Another man who ran out to help says the victim was still alive, but just barely.
Me and my neighbor lifted up his shirt and checked to see if he was breathing still, trying to make sure, see if he was breathing or not. I checked his pulse. He had a weak pulse.
Now, the victim was reportedly shot twice, once in the stomach and once in the chest. The suspect got away, and police are asking anyone with information to please come forward. Well, could the U.S. be getting into another trade war? Why President Trump is threatening tariffs on Mexico.
And here's a look from our VR wireless camera in Alamosa. Blue skies there. If you look way off towards the mountains, you can see a little bit of fog in the valley down below, but otherwise, nice start to the morning for the San Luis Valley. Everyone will be waking up to sunshine. We'll see those rain chances return later today, so we'll talk about that a little bit more in your full forecast coming up next, 6:43.
Welcome back. President Trump is talking about imposing escalating tariffs, against Mexico in an effort to curb illegal immigration. The president saying on June 10th, a 5% tariff will be placed on all goods coming from Mexico. The tariff will then increase by 5% on the first of each month until it reaches 25% in October, or the president says until, quote, illegal migrants coming through Mexico and into our country stop.
The president's absolutely determined to use the authorities that he has as president to call on the Congress and to call on Mexico to do more to address this humanitarian crisis at our southern border.
It's not clear how the administration will measure Mexico's progress. Once in effect, the tariff on America's third largest trading partner will take a toll on the American businesses who will pass that cost down to consumers. Now, overnight, Mexico's president did react, saying more dialogue on the issue is needed. Well, the abortion battle brewing up once again this morning. The last abortion clinic in Missouri is on the brink of shutting down. State health officials are refusing to renew the clinic's license, which expires at midnight, until doctors agree to interviews about what the governor calls a series of deficiencies. Now, Planned Parenthood accuses the state of unlawfully holding up the renewal process.
We do not want to be the first state in the nation to lose access to safe, legal abortion, and that's what the state is trying to do.
Now, unless a judge steps in, Missouri would be the first state without an abortion clinic since 1974, 1 year after the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court decision. Nearly a dozen states have passed abortion laws this year in hopes of challenging Roe v. Wade. Well, switching gears now and taking a look outside in Pueblo, 16th Street and Grand Avenue looking beautiful this morning. Sun shining. Can't really complain here on this Friday. Time now is 6:47. Let's go ahead and get over to Katie Donovan, who has more on your forecast. Katie?
All right, thanks so much, Shani. Beautiful day ahead here. A lot of sunshine, at least for the most of today, and then we'll see less rain chances. It's also going to be a lot warmer today, too. We've got 70s and 80s in for much of southern Colorado today. You're even going to find that warmth if you're headed up to Denver, about 76 degrees there, and then you'll hit the 80s as you head eastbound on 70 towards Burlington. So Springfield about 80 today, and Alamosa about 71. So forecast highs through the Pikes Peak region, getting into the 70s, should be in the low 70s through Falcon, all the way up towards Calhoun, upper 70s to near 80 as you head towards Fountain, Hanover, and Ellicott, and then back over Teller County. We're going to be warming into the 60s today, so about 63 in Woodland Park and about 67 today in Cascade. Further south into Fremont County, good morning to everyone waking up there. 70s to near 80. Canyon City about 78 degrees, 67 in Westcliff, and then out into Pueblo we've got 80s in the forecast today, and you'll find low 80s out through Avondale and Boone, a little bit further east. So pretty rainy day here for the western half of the country. We do have an area of low pressure just off the west coast, and what that's doing, that's pulling some of that Pacific moisture in to places west of the Rocky Mountains. So that is where we're going to be finding a lot of that heavy rain just off to the west here, all the way up back into the Pacific Northwest, and then along the Front Range here, some of that moisture actually creeping in, so that will spill over into parts of southern Colorado today, and that will allow for a shower or two later today. Futurecast showing the sunshine through 9 and noon today. Just some light west-southwest winds, and following 12, some of those clouds starting to develop again. So I think by 2, we're under a partly cloudy sky, especially right along I-25, a little bit further off to the west. Clouds thicken a little bit more, so becoming partly sunny, and there's 1 or 2 of those rain showers. So between 2 and 4, chances for a little bit of rain, I think especially between Colorado Springs and Denver, out through Lyman and Burlington, but notice places a little bit further south actually staying pretty dry today. So we stick with those rain chances through about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, and then we will dry out under partly cloudy to mostly clear sky. So your 7-day forecast for Woodland Park does bring some daily rain chances. We are getting into that time of the year where rain is more and more likely as we head into the afternoon hours. So pretty mild for much of the next 7 days. We have 60s to near 70 and then 50s in for Wednesday, Thursday. So a little bit chillier there. Canyon City 70s to around 80 for the weekend. We will be seeing the chance for showers and storms. I think we could see some stronger storms on Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 80s, eventually cooling back into the upper to mid 70s. Pueblo 80s over the weekend. We have mid to low 80s for Monday and Tuesday, and then some 70s returned for Wednesday. Again, a couple of strong storms possible for Sunday afternoon, and you'll see that same trend in Colorado Springs. 70s over the next couple of days here. Sunday could bring a strong storm or two. Monday mainly dry, and then cooling back to the 60s and 70s for Wednesday, Thursday. But Wednesday, Thursday do bring a chance for some of that rain. We'll send things to Hannah Knutson now. She's tracking an accident on I-25 this morning.
Yes, if you are commuting to downtown Denver, give yourself extra time. Seeing a crash in the northbound lanes just north of the Highlands Ranch area around Lone Tree this morning. 1 lane is getting by, 3 lanes are blocked, and there's no estimated time of when that crash will clear. It does look serious. Looking now, we are seeing those speeds inching along at 20 miles per hour, and those delays are continuing south, especially as more commuters head out the door this morning. Downtown Springs to downtown Denver, over an hour and a half right now, 101 minutes, and we can see that drive time climbing, that average speed of 40 miles per hour on I-25 going northbound. The interstate looking like a parking lot. Looking ahead to this weekend, the only traffic troubles I am tracking would be the Manitou Springs Wine Festival. That is tomorrow at 11 a.m. and the event is sold out, so plan for extra time if you are going to the event or traveling around Manitou Springs tomorrow morning. The Spring Country Fest is happening tonight at Widener Field, and then Get Outdoors Day in Colorado Springs at Prospect Lake from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. That's a look at what's happening this weekend. Danny, back to you.
Okay, Hannah, thank you so much. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We've been promoting Get Outdoors Day in Colorado Springs all morning, and Colorado Parks and Wildlife is hosting an array of activities at Memorial Park tomorrow, and they're giving us a preview this morning. That's where we find KRDO News Channel 13's Colby Crossley. All right, Colby, you got one more chance to wow us. What do you got for us now?
Well, the fun continues. This will be our last activity of the morning, though, but we are out here, as you can see, on Memorial Lake in kayaks. Now, this is one of the more popular activities, as the current's starting to pull us away from the camera. This is one of the most popular activities here at Memorial Park taking place tomorrow. And we have Rachel, who was teaching me how to fly fish earlier. We have her here again, and now she's teaching me how to kayak.
Absolutely. We're going to have tons of kayaks out here tomorrow, including paddle boards. And if you have never been in a kayak, we'll help you get in one. If you've been in it a lot, then just come out and play with us for free tomorrow.
And how many kayaks and paddle boards will you guys have out here tomorrow?
Ooh, we're going to have probably over 12 kayaks, and I don't know how many paddle boards Jake's got, but probably around 12 or 15 as well. Yep.
And they just keep cycling them in and out, so the fun continues tomorrow. This is a busy one, though, so make sure that you do come here, and you might have to stand in a little bit of a line, but it's totally worth it. So again, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow, this event takes place. It's Get Out. It's make sure to gets you outside and gets you out having fun like we're doing right now. So we're going to send it back to you so I can pack back into shore, and you have great morning in Colorado Springs. I'm Colby Crosby, KRDO News Channel 13.
Colby, you're officially the coolest reporter ever. We're all applauding you back here at the station. Very cool. Thank you. Well, we do want to give you a look at 3 things you need to know before you head out the door this morning. The CDC says 971 measles cases have now been reported in the U.S. this year, the highest number in more than 25 years. Measles was eliminated in the U.S. in 2000. The CDC says now, though, at this rate, the U.S. could lose that elimination status, adding the way to end this outbreak is to make sure everyone who is able to get vaccinated does so. Now, House Republicans have once again blocked a $19 billion disaster relief bill. This is the 3rd time in less than a week the bill has failed to be passed by a unanimous consent. Now, lawmakers will get another chance to pass the bill when the House returns to Washington next week. Now, the Senate has already passed the bill, and President Trump has indicated he will sign it if it makes it to his desk. Well, rapper R. Kelly is facing 11 new counts of sexual assault and sexual abuse charges. The new charges were filed yesterday in Illinois. According to court documents, at least 3 of the charges related to a victim between the ages of 13 and 16. The new counts bring the total number of charges against R. Kelly to 21 in Illinois. We've been tracking a crash on I-25. Let's go ahead and get over to Hannah Knutson with more info. Hannah?
Thank you, Danny. Looking at I-25, it looks like a parking lot right now. This is a view just south of Ridgegate this morning. Stop and go traffic. Now, there is a crash around the Lone Tree area. 2 vehicles involved. 1 vehicle has been cleared. Another one is still on the interstate. 1 lane getting by, 2 lanes blocked in that area. Over an hour and a half right now from downtown to downtown, 109 minutes, that average speed of 40 miles per hour on I-25 going north. A different scene from Pueblo to Colorado Springs, 37 minutes is your commute time. That average speed is 65 miles per hour on I-25 going north as well. That's a look at the roads. Expect heavy traffic in Manitou Springs tomorrow with the Wine Festival. Other than that, no major events in Colorado Springs. We've been seeing Colby on the Get Outdoors Day at Prospect Lake. That looks like a great time there. Sending things now to Katie Donovan with your final look of weather.
Yeah, nice morning here. We've got some sunshine in Pueblo from our Parkview Medical Center neighborhood weather network camera, 16th Street and Grand Avenue. Nice start to the morning there, and you can see the flag down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Just a little bit of a light breeze. That's all we're going to be seeing this morning. Your forecast for Colorado Springs shows mostly sunny skies to start out the day. We will have some 50s, getting into a few more clouds this afternoon. 70s expected, maybe a sprinkle out of 1 or 2 of those early clouds. The better chances for a stray shower with a mix of clouds and sunshine for the end of the day. 70s as we head towards the evening hours tonight. Don't know why that's saying 40s. Not going to be that cold as we head towards 7. Your forecast for Pueblo showing the sunshine this morning. We've got some 50s to start out the day here. A couple of clouds expected this afternoon. Highs right around 80, and then later on this evening we'll be dropping into the 70s. We have a mix of clouds and sunshine, but Pueblo, you are expected to stay dry all day, and your forecast highs 70s and 80s around southern Colorado. Be in the mid 80s out east. So swimming pools are open, and it is looking like a nice warm week here. We should get some pool time in.
Yeah, or kayaking, right?
Or kayaking.
Yeah. Kayaking with Colby. All right.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
So much fun.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, Hannah, Katie, thank you both so much. We'll of course have all of those local news updates throughout GMA. And join us back here again at noon and again at 4 and 5 when you get home. Good Morning America is up next for new developments in the Jussie Smollett case.
Thanks for watching Southern Colorado's most watched local news.